In this video, you'll learn about Git Status and Workflow. We'll understand the three key areas in Git's architecture, which are the working directory, the staging area, and the repository. Understanding these areas is fundamental to using Git effectively. Git operates using a three-stage architecture. Files transition through three distinct areas: the working directory, the staging area, and the repository. Each area serves a specific and unique purpose in the version control process. Understanding this flow is essential for effective collaboration and project management. Commands like git add and git commit are used to move files between these areas. The git status command is crucial for checking the current state of your project. The working directory is where you modify your files. The staging area is where you prepare changes for commit. The repository is where Git stores your project history. The command git add moves the modified files from the working directory to staging area. Then git commit command moves prepared changes from the staging area to the repository. The working directory is where you create and edit your project files. It contains all the project's files and folders. Within the working directory, files can be either tracked, meaning they are under Git's version control, or untracked, meaning Git is not monitoring them. Changes made in the working directory are not automatically saved in Git. To track these changes, you need to explicitly tell Git to do so. You can use the git status command to see the current state of files in the working directory, such as which files have been modified or are untracked. For example, after running the command git status, Git may show untracked files such as index.html and styles.ts. It also shows changes not staged for commit, such as the file redm.md, that has been modified. The working directory shows both untracked files and modified files that have not been staged yet. The staging area, also known as the index, is where you prepare changes for the next commit. It allows you to select specific changes that you want to include in a commit, providing a way to create focused and organized commits. It acts as a checkpoint before committing, ensuring that you only commit the intended changes. This helps in organizing logical changes into meaningful commits. To add files to the staging area, you can use the git add command followed by the file name. For example, git add index.html and git add styles.ts. To add all the changes in the working directory to the staging area, you can use the command git add. Running git status after adding files to the staging area will show the changes to be committed. To unstage a file, you can use the command git restore -- staged, followed by the file name, for example, git restore -- staged readme.md. The staging area lets you prepare exactly what will go into your next commit. The repository is the permanent storage for your project's history. It contains all the committed changes, and each commit has a unique identifier, allowing you to track changes over time. The repository enables version tracking, allowing you to revert to previous states, and branching, enabling parallel development. The repository is stored in the .git directory within your project. To commit changes to the repository, you use the git commit command with a descriptive message. For example, git commit -m, followed by the message add initial HTML and CSS files. After committing, running git status will show that there are no changes to commit, and the working tree is clean. To view the commit history, you can use the command git log --1 line, which displays a concise log of commits. Once changes are committed, they become part of the project's permanent history, ensuring that no changes are lost. To effectively use Git, you need to understand the output of the git status command. Git uses specific status codes to indicate the state of files in your project. The status code !?" indicates an untracked file, which means Git is not monitoring this file. The status code "m" indicates a modified file, meaning the file has been changed in the working directory. The status code indicates an added new file, meaning a new file has been added to the staging area. The status code D indicates a deleted file, meaning the file has been deleted from the staging area. The status code indicates a modified and staged file that has been modified again after staging. The status code indicates a renamed file. The short format of Git status command, Git status-s, shows the status of files in a compact way, where the left column shows the staging area status and the right column shows the working directory status. A typical Git workflow involves several basic steps that you repeat as you develop your project. The first step is to create or modify files in your working directory. Then, you check the status of your working directory by running the git status command to see what files have changed. After that, you stage the changes by adding modified files to the staging area. Then you commit the changes by saving the staged changes to the repository. Finally, you repeat this cycle for any new changes. For example, you can create a readme.md file and an index.html file. Check the status using git status, stage the changes using git add, commit the changes using git commit-m, and then make more changes, check the status again, and stage and commit again. To use Git effectively, here are some best practices to follow. Commit often by making small focused commits that address a single issue. Write clear commit messages that explain what and why the changes were made. Check the status frequently using git status before and after operations to verify changes. Review changes before committing using git diff-staged to ensure that you are committing the intended changes. There are many additional resources available to help you learn more about Git. The official Git documentation can be found at git-scm.com/doc. An interactive Git visualization tool can be found at git-school, github.io/visualizing-git. A tool to learn Git branching can be found at learngitbranching.org. The Git cheat sheet can be found at github.github.com/training-kit. Understanding Git's three-stage architecture is fundamental to using Git effectively. By mastering the workflow between the working directory, staging area, and repository, you'll be able to manage your project's history with confidence. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.